Welcome to Rage Against the Regime Radio, where status quo gets taken to task. With your host, Bobby Who's Demand. Don't be a stranger. Give us a call at 929-477-3565 or contact us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com or on our Twitter at RATR Podcast. And please like our Facebook page. On with the show. Here's Bobby.
A voice with hopes that you're listening. Voice of America, I'm speaking from the citizens. Tired of the lies, all the false narratives. For us to survive, we must stand up as Americans. Need to alter the course that's been written. It's history, not his story. They mix it in with fiction. Behind the scene decisions, you're blind to see the visions. Freedom isn't free, society is prison. Fed up, I won't let up. There's no more room for mess ups. The administration's a bit outrageous. I think it's time we step up. How about I check off the definition of evil? Pay millions to bomb countries, but can't feed our own people. These countries don't even pose threats. Can Congress or progress? Syria, no GMOs left. Rothschilds want their own checks. Pipelines to control next. How many more lives will drones get? It's 7 countries, 5 years destabilized. No sweat. Voice with hopes that you're listening. Voice of America, I'm speaking from the citizens. Political smokescreen, they're giving you nothing. No hopes, dreams. I have children, where are they going? World War III, to grow up in that era is something that we don't want. The thought of that should scare ya. To cause an act, prepare ya. No thought, just facts that flares up. False flag attacks won't spare ya. They bury ya, no care for ya. The credibility's been gone. The peace prize you sit on, you're pissing in a windstorm. Give it back, it's been gone. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under. It's not about homegrown radical terrorists, more like brainwashing, driving fear in Americans. Many are sleeping, unaware of this, believing MSM, they're sheep. Now I'm very pissed. What about us? The dollar is decreasing. We can't afford to live, but this problem is a beast thing. The power of the people is no secret. Look at Egypt. What do we get? No respect, because our free debt has interest. The preset is business, so banks never lose when they risk it. Just create more and lend it. So we take more, cause we spend it. Let's brainstorm for a second. Why do we support this? We're too nice, we forgive. Let's take back this fortress and secure it before it crumbles down to nothing. Stand tall, take the ball, don't fumble now, keep running. Not elected, they're selected. The president sits breastfed, and if they go against the agenda, well, you know they get dead. Look at the bigger picture. They make moves to get richer and sit back and laugh at events like Benghazi. Don't talk about conspiracies, shadow governments, and Nazis. They catch wind, their heads spin. Now you're in the hot seat. These colors don't run, my flag flies high. Second Amendment says my gun is mine till I die. First Amendment says my lungs let me breathe for my speech. Speak truth, no sweet tooth, sugar coatings for the weak. Impeachment for treason, no reason, because we can. What you're seeing, the agreement, no more bleeding. Defeating these demons, keep shining, believing. We're weakened, but we're still here. Your neighbors, don't leave them. Your rights, need to read them. We're human and we need to love each other. All around the earth, I walk on dirt. Treat me like your brother. I love you, please love me. We all should love our freedom. But answer this one question, can you tell me what we're free from?
I bet you can't. I bet you cannot tell me what we are free from. Oh, yes. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to Rage Against the Regime Radio. And that's PTP, Power Through People. Vinny Straub. He's got a lot of new music that he just came out with for the new year. And, I wanted to come in here today and do a show because I think it's very, very important. I've had a lot of people send me messages and also send Becky messages and say, hey, there's a lot going on. Where are you guys at? How come you guys ain't doing shows? Well, I think Becky's going to be doing a blog talk show later on, but I just wanted to chime in here on some things. Again, Happy New Year. I hope that this year will be more prosperous for you than the ones in years past. And, if you made any resolutions, hopefully they come true for you. To me, anytime that I can have a positive outcome in life, it's a good thing. I want to chime in here on what's going on in Oregon, and I want to give you my take on things. I want to bring a little bit of truth to you. There is a lot of misinformation that is going around right now. Lots and lots of misinformation that, I'm sorry, people they're not telling you the truth on a lot of things. And the liberal media, the propaganda, is making patriots, 3%ers, oath keepers, constitutionalists out to be the bad guy. Look, this is a peaceful gathering. People are trying to have a peaceful protest in Oregon. Now, it's not the same as Ferguson and, all these other places that were supposed to be peaceful, and people were burning things to the ground and doing damage to property and so on and so forth. This is not what that is. I've even seen people say, oh, this is the white people that are racist, that are, that they're terrorists or this or that. No, ladies and gentlemen, that is not what this is. That is not what this is about. Okay? This is a group of people that came together for the Hammonds. For those of you that don't know, the Hammonds are a family that did fire prevention by doing a fire on their property to protect the land, to save it from, a fire happening. So it was a preventative thing. So they were already given time to do in jail. They did their time. They are out of jail. And now the state, the federal government, comes forward and says that they want them to do more time in jail. The Hammonds have accepted that and said, okay, we're going to do that, and today was supposed to be the day that they were supposed to do it. A bunch of patriots, ranchers, 3%ers, the Bundys, so on and so forth, went to the property up there. They took and placed themselves on the wildlife refuge there. And they kind of, have been very peaceful, been very quiet. They don't want any bloodshed. They went up there to do their say. They don't think that the Hammonds got a very good shake at this. It's being covered by everybody and anybody. Okay? So now what's going on is all these people went up there. All types of media is covering it. I don't even want to tell you all the names of the places, but all the big timers are up there covering it. And it's supposed to be a peaceful protest. When they first got there, it was mixed emotions. A lot of people didn't want them there because they thought that it was going to be problems and so on and so forth. And, they kind of let it be known, and they put up signs in different places because they thought that they were just going up there to do bloodshed. That's not what they were up there to do. They went up there with the Constitution in hand. That's what they were armed with. That and the American flag. They wanted to get their say. So other ranchers have come forward to give assistance in that area. Like I said, it was mixed emotions. So now what's going on is they have pretty much a standoff, and the government has come forward and said, hey, you guys can't be doing this up here. We don't want you here. So all of the people that are up there said, you know what? We're staying, and we want to be heard, and we want the Hammonds to have a fair shake at this. We're not going to stand down. So now you got the government up there. You've got all the patriots and militia members and whatever you want to call them. They're all there, standing their ground. They want to be heard. Listen, folks, there is a lot more to this story that they're not telling you about. The site where the Hammonds property is was supposed to have a gold mine instilled. Somebody did a survey of that land and know that it's very prosperous. So now they're trying to get them to get off that property so they can go in and make money off the land. We all know that there's big money in minerals, there's big money in gold and oil and whatever. Somebody knows something about that land, because the government wouldn't be pushing so hard to get those people off that property, the Hammonds that is, and wouldn't be pushing all the patriots and all the 3%ers trying to get them off that land. It would not happen. There's more to this story. Now, do I think it was right that they went in and took over a federal building? No, not really. But I'm told that that federal building, the supposed federal building, is like a log cabin. It doesn't really even have anybody working there or anything else. They just kind of went into a building and just said, you know what, we're going to stay here because this is where we can keep warm and, you know, and so on and so forth. So it's not like they went in with guns blazing and took over some federal facility like a lot of people are trying to lead you to believe. Okay, that's not the case whatsoever. So now, a lot of people are still up there standing their ground, and they're asking for more people to come. Look, this is a peaceful protest. A lot of people are trying to say that it's the Bundy Ranch 2.0. I really don't think that that's the case whatsoever. You can call it what you want to call it. A lot of people are saying that they feel that there might be bloodshed. Look, are the patriots and everything up there, are they armed? Absolutely they are. They already said that if they're fired upon, that they will fire back. That's no secret. Nobody wants that to happen. I can guarantee you no patriot wants to be the one that's involved in a fight like that. Okay? Now, this is a perfect way for Obama to push his little, agenda to try to take everyone's guns. This is a perfect example, and to be able to point his finger and say, look at these people, they're all armed and everything else. Let's take the guns away. This is a perfect way for him to push the issue. And of course, he's going to break out his little pen Ladies and gentlemen, we already knew that he was going to do an executive order on guns. But now, this is a bigger way for him to do it. I'm not going to sit here and say that we went about this all wrong, because I have no right to say that, because I'm not there. Okay? I am nobody. I don't have a voice in this, because I'm not one of the people that were there. But I will tell you this. I kind of think that this was went about in the wrong manner. Because now you give Obama and you give the government ammunition to use against us, against the patriots, against the 3%, against constitutionalists, anybody. It's fuel for him to throw in the fire and say, I told you so. So now he's really going to push it. Why do you think all the mainstream media is there? Do you think that they would have really been covering this if we didn't have Obama trying to push executive orders on guns? No, not at all. The propaganda would not be there covering it whatsoever if he wasn't trying to take everybody's guns away. Now, some will tell you that they feel that this was a setup and that this was put into order at perfect timing, especially when Obama's pushing for the guns. I don't know who the first person was that set this up and put the plan in motion, but I would say that there could be a chance that that could be the case. I don't know the whole story. But there is a very good chance that that could be the case. For me to tell you any different would be a lie. But like I said, I don't know who the first person was that picked this time and this day to do these things. I know that the Hammonds were going to court and they were supposed to turn themselves in today. I do know that for a fact. Or so I was told. But the thing that doesn't make any sense is why now? Why everybody go up there and do all the things that they're doing right now? At the same time that Obama's pushing for the executive order on the guns. Your guess is as good as mine, ladies and gentlemen. But, like I said, I think that this gives Obama more fuel to throw in the fire and to be able to put out to the American public and say, look at these people, they have guns, they went up here, they took over this building, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're trying to overthrow the government, so on and so forth. Okay? I guarantee you, that's the message that's being portrayed right now. Because the libtards are running crazy with this. Look at all these terrorists running around with guns and this and that and so on and so forth. And all you libtards are wrong. Okay? You're absolutely wrong. That is not what is going on here. That is not what is happening. Nobody's going to be able to tell you any different because you people have your heads so far up your asses, you wouldn't believe it if it was right in front of you and it was written down and it was 100% fact and, you know, and it could be proven wrong all the way around, you still wouldn't believe it. Our country is in trouble. Our country is in trouble. Our Second Amendment should not be a bargaining chip. our forefathers would not approve. Do you think Obama gives a damn about our forefathers? Do you think our government gives a damn about our forefathers? They've made it very clear that our Constitution means nothing. Hillary Clinton is building her whole campaign around dismantling our Constitution. And guess what? We're allowing her to do it. There's been so much proof brought forward about the emails and about Benghazi and about all these other things going on with the Clinton family. But she's still running for president. A lot of people think that she's going to get the nomination with the Democratic Party. She's a crook just as much as our current regime is. In fact, I think all politicians are crooks. That's why I say that Trump is the best man for the job, because he's not a politician. He's a businessman. Aren't you sick of the same crap over and over and over again from these politicians that make all these false promises to us and deliver nothing? MT promises. That would be a perfect name for all politicians. Capital M, capital T, last name promises. MT promises. Because that's all that they deliver. Empty promises. But us, the American public, oh, we believe it all. We believe it all. Keep selling us all your propaganda and we're buying. We've been doing it for hundreds of years, folks. We've been doing it forever. Well, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all the politicians that sit here and deliver all this crap to us, and they never do anything that they say that they're going to do. Never. Finally, we have somebody that we can rely upon who doesn't go by that same code of ethic that is a politician. I look forward to Trump being our president. I look forward to Trump dismantling all this crap that the current regime is putting in play. I look forward to it. Call me crazy, call me whatever. Let's pray that nothing happens to the patriots, the 3%ers and the Oath Keepers and all the people that are in Oregon. Let's pray that this ends with no bloodshed. And, with everybody coming back in one piece and, everything being fine. Let's pray.
Thank you for listening to Rage Against the Regime Radio. Don't be a stranger. Please like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter @RATR Podcast. And feel free to leave some feedback whenever you listen to us. You can also email us at rageagainsttheregimepodcast@gmail.com.